think we are ready to get going on some of these civil cases. This is the Marion Circuit Court Division 1 civil docket. I have three cases on here. Is there anyone that has to get their case taken care of real quick? I don't think we're going to be here.
Out for a second.
I'm not going to be here a long time with any of them, I don't think. All right, so the first one then, in the order in which they are appearing on the docket, is 20 CI 179. That is Velocity Investments versus Estes. I believe that's Mr. Ryan. How are you?
Good. How are you today?
I am fine. Your motion for default judgment was filed back at the roughly 30 days ago, a little bit more than 30 days ago. There doesn't appear to be any response to either the complaint, which was served a year ago, or to the motion that you have filed. And there isn't anything in the record indicating that anyone tried to get in touch with the clerk's office or anything along those lines during that year. So I am going to conclude that the motion is well taken and the plaintiff is entitled to a judgment by default.
Well, I appreciate that, Your Honor. I believe that's all the business I have.
Yes, sir. You have tendered an order or a proposed judgment, I'm sorry, with your motion. And as long as there aren't any changes in that, then I will, that'll be the judgment I sign. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All
Have
right.
a good.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. In the order in which these cases are appearing, the next one is Crown Asset Management versus Metter.
William Rich for the plaintiff.
Hello, Mr. Rich.
How are you, Judge?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good.
This case was filed, as the number suggests, back in 2019. There was service on the of the complaint. Let me take a look at the file just to see if there's any reason in here that, yeah, this case was actually, there's been a few different things happen in here, and at no time has the defendant appeared. It was actually at one point on the 7702 docket, but then there was a request from the plaintiff on that because I think plaintiff just hadn't been taking any steps due to the pandemic, and that all got straightened out. It's still on the active docket. There's never been a response filed. The motion was filed about a couple of weeks ago. There has not been any response filed to that either. So I think it's appropriate to grant the motion for summary judgment, or I'm sorry, default judgment. And there has been an order tendered at the time the motion was filed. If that order, a proposed order, is still acceptable, that'll probably be the one that gets entered.
Very good, Judge. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks. See you.
19 CI 488 Null versus Asset Recovery 26 versus unknown heirs of various entities. This case has been in front of us recently, and Mr. Basil, my recollection is that you represent the putative purchaser at the, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
This was a case that didn't really start out as a foreclosure type of thing, and then because it morphed into one, what ended up happening, if my memory serves, is that there are some lien holders that didn't get named Your guy, I think, was willing to wait around for a minute to see if things could get straightened out, but sounds like he's tired of waiting and he wants his deposit back.
That's correct. Actually, he paid the entire amount. So the master commissioner has $95,000+. And I think that has more to do with him getting cold feet than the possibility of this not getting resolved. It's more money than he wants sitting out there not doing anything.
Well, I don't really think that I can blame him for that. I see Mr. Shadowan on here, but I don't hear him.
Oh, Judge, yeah, this is Robert Shadowan, and we don't have any objection to the motion, so we're happy to let you grant it.
Very good. I think maybe Mr. Basil's indicating that negotiations are ongoing, as they say, or conversations are ongoing, and that's fine. And if we can straighten it out down the road, we will, but that's a lot of money to be sitting there doing nothing. So I'm going to give it back to him. Okay.
Sounds great. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You got that, Miss Dana?
I do. Do I need to do an amended motion for fees for the plaintiff to pay? Or are we going to, because I don't know if this is going to be ongoing where we eventually allow him to purchase the property, or are we going to start all over, resell
well,
it?
If nothing else happens, you're going to have to start all over.
Right.
If there's no other agreement that gets reached at some point. And
Also entered a new order, Your Honor. We've e-filed it this morning because Dana pointed out, I think my previous order said that he had paid 10%, and the new one just says to return whatever money they're holding.
Yeah.
all
I
right,
can bring you a check tomorrow. That's no problem.
so you do not want me to sign the order that got tendered back 10 days ago. You want me to sign the one that got tendered today?
That would be correct, yes.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's see, Dana. Did I ever sign this motion for fees?
You did. It was back on February 17th.
Okay, yeah, here it is. So, all right. So what is your question? I'm sorry.
The way